He calls himself a lonely Bedouin. After almost 40 years in power, Muammar Gaddafi still tries to show he hasn't forgotten his roots. He allowed his Russian guests to warm up by the fire and invited them for tea in his famous tent. But when it came to negotiations, he was as difficult to bargain with as vendors at an Arab market.
The negotiations weren't easy. They never are when people have a specific idea of what they want. We are grateful to our partners because these difficult talks did bring a positive result.
When Muammar Gaddafi last visited Moscow, the Soviet Union was going through perestroika, which means building something new. Now that the first Russian leader has set his foot in Tripoli, it is Libya that is experiencing a major construction boom. Roads, buildings, railways. The Libyan government is investing tens of billions of dollars in rebuilding the country. No wonder companies from around the world are queuing in to work here. Some even say Russians may be too late.
Libyans indeed owe debts to Russia. I think that this issue could have been settled long ago. It was a long-standing issue that the two sides could not agree on, but now, thank God, it's finally been settled.
Yet, as this visit shows, there are still some possibilities. This rail track, built by Italians before the First World War, is one of the very few railways in Libya. Rusty and non-functional, it is still an inspiration for Libya's transportation policy. The government plans to invest up to $50 billion in building railroads, and Russian railways are close to signing the first contract worth $4 billion.
This railway will go along the Mediterranean coast, linking Egypt and Tunisia. The Libyan side is paying for the construction work. We received the contract without tender.
Another major deal to be signed during this visit is between Gazprom and Libya's national oil company. The two have agreed to form a joint venture to search for hydrocarbons in North Africa.
We've reached an agreement on creating a joint venture with the Libyan National Oil Company. The venture will work in all areas of gas and oil prospecting, including geological exploration, development, transportation and supply. Also, we've agreed that electricity will be part of our joint work. Libya is very rich in hydrocarbon resources. The advantages of using gas to produce electricity are obvious. We're also interested in cooperating on liquefied natural gas.
While for most people Russian-Libyan relations are something very abstract, for Atef and Tatiana it couldn't have been more personal. The two met when Atef studied in the former Soviet Union. Their children are now planning to follow in the father's footsteps.
We hope it's all for the better. We've had ties with Russia in the past, during Soviet times. We always had good relations. We always liked Russians. Our country is seeing a rise, especially when it comes to the oil trade.
We hope new companies will open here.
The Soviet Union and Libya used to be close allies, bound by political ideologies and multi-million contracts. But when Russia supported the UN sanctions against Libya, the relations came to a standstill. Russians now hope Putin's trip to Libya will take them back to the future. Libya is going through a massive perestroika, but some things never change. Muammar Gaddafi still has a final say in deciding who does business in this country and who doesn't. But Russian entrepreneurs now hope that his warm welcome will remain even after the Russian president's departure. Oksana Boyko, Russia Today.